go. What's up? What is up? It's the JD CeeLo podcast coming at you once again. It is officially Reaction Monday. It is a very good Monday for a certain someone here. As you can tell, he is happier than a pig in shit. Oh my God.
A lot of people right there.
We had some very good games to watch. The majority of the games were a snore, and we're gonna talk more about it, get into it, give you our takes on these games. There's a couple of ones that blew my mind. But before we get on to our conversation, don't forget to hit the subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the notifications. Leave your comments as well if you love the content as it becomes produced. And feels good to be back. I had a little 1 week hiatus. I was out in Costa Rica visiting family and working out there, and glad to be back.
Yeah, and I got an update too with the whole jet thing. And I know some of you guys out there. Oh, how convenient for you, Jesus.
Yeah.
That when your Jets lose to the Patriots, you didn't pull out a video reaction. No.
Right.
We've had technical difficulty. We couldn't get it together.
Right.
So I'll give you my thoughts on that before I get happy and blow you out the water. So.
That doesn't matter because it really doesn't matter. Yeah. However, it would have been great if you won both games.
Yes.
Because then you would have been
forget it.
in first place. And
I would have been unbearable right now.
Yes,
unbearable.
Absolutely. So, guys, thanks again for being a part of the JD CeeLo experience. Let's jump into these games. It is Reaction Monday. We're going to talk about from top to bottom what has happened officially
and the rest of the
NFL
shit show.
Yes.
Which, unfortunately, there weren't many good games this week, but except for the grand thriller. Milla Vanilla, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, the thriller. The thriller in Manila. So let's start from the top. Let's start from the top. I mean, we had the Thursday night game. We didn't talk about that. It was the Eagles and the Texans. Yeah, real quick, we knew it was going to be the Eagles all the way. They continue their unbeaten record. Mm-hmm. It is amazing to see them put their stuff together. It's like I said, there's not too many teams in this particular roster right now that are going to be taking part of trying to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. So the Texans tried. The Texans tried and failed. So point blank, we didn't think the Texans were going to do anything anyway. So it's Eagles. It's Eagles all the way.
Good for them.
So the next game, the Chargers and the Falcons, man.
They eked that one out, boy.
I wanted the Falcons to win so bad because, again, I hate the Chargers. And this is just another kink in that little, Justin Herbert chain that he's so great. He had a terrible game, okay? I love it. I love it. I love that he's struggling.
Just bring him down.
Because everybody around the NFL is talking about this kid like he's the next best thing since sliced bread.
Right.
And let me tell you, he is struggling. He is struggling miningly. I don't want to hear that he doesn't have his players, that is hurt. Right. Every team in the NFL is going through it. All right, so I don't want to hear it. Okay?
A lot of struggling quarterbacks.
So save it. All right? Talk about box scores. He was 30 of 43 for 245, a touchdown and a pick. They couldn't run the ball. They had some guy named Jay Palmer, 8 catches for 106, a complete nobody. I mean, think about it, bro. Just think about it.
They weren't talking about him in fantasy. I know that.
No, he's a complete and utter nobody. He's a bottom of the 25 receiver. He has one good game. Everybody's now talking about him on the fantasy football league. All right, kiss it.
Yeah, he was a sleeper in the fantasy.
I don't want to hear it. It's all because this guy's down, Mike Williams. So obviously he's the next guy up.
He's getting the guy.
Keenan Allen. Nowhere to be found. I think he got hurt because he's not even on the scorecard here. So
complete
nobody. So the Chargers are now 5-3, which does not help my cause.
No.
So screw them anyway.
They eked that out. That was good. They needed that one because they normally don't play well East.
Right. So the next game is the Dolphins and the Bears. And this one,
you fucking
and
Dolphins.
This was at Soldier Field, and I could not believe what I was watching. Because first of all, Tua had a very good game. Let's throw that out there. Tua had a very good game.
He was,
but Tonga Valoa had a good game. 21 of 30, 302, 3 touchdowns. So you gotta give him his due.
I understand that, but you have to understand the content of where he's getting these wide open.
I get it.
Throws here.
Yes.
He's not putting them in windows. He's not putting them in ooh-ah.
Right. He's not a window thrower.
He's
definitely not a window thrower.
No.
But he's getting the job done, getting his guys the ball. Because Hill had 7 catches for 143. Yeah. That doesn't happen out of nowhere.
Okay, so
all right, he's the best receiver in football.
Great example. So basically, think about 7 catches only. You know what that was? Is here you go, 5 yards, you run the rest of the way. The yaks.
Yeah.
And that's something I try to explain to you, Derek DeAngelis. That's he's doing this. No.
But I'm gonna give him.
Right there.
I'm gonna give him
within the offense, and I give them credit for that. I told them, if it's working, you keep doing it.
Right.
That's it. Because if they're getting separation on before 10 yards and they're wide open, then shame on the defense.
Shame on the defense. Absolutely. So Tua had a really, in my eyes, Tua had a good game. But who had an even more astounding game in the run game was Justin Fields.
Fields he's starting to wake up a little bit now.
Yeah.
He was another one that was put to sleep for many weeks.
He went 17 to 28 for 123. Jesus Christ, bro.
It's not very good.
He had 3 touchdowns, though, but he ran 15 times for 178 yards. Now, that's more on the Dolphin defense than anything. Like, how could you not stop this guy? Because they don't have really much when it comes from an offensive perspective. They don't got wide receivers like that. The running game is good, but now he's become the running game.
Well, I blame the Bears, too, for this. They have no receivers.
Right.
So the Boer guy is like looking at his first read.
He's doing it on his own. He's
saying first read, nothing's there. By the time I go to my second read, I'm going to get rushed. I'm running.
Right.
And you know what? Run, Papa.
Yeah.
Run.
Yeah.
So the legs are the same as you throwing it, bro. I mean, what are we going to do?
So the Dolphins squeaked this one out, 35-32, and
they were pressured all game.
It could have been which way with the way Justin Fields was playing. So I thought the Dolphins had this game, but they did not. I thought the Bears had this game, but they ended up losing it 35-32 right at the end.
Eke that one out, sir.
Absolutely.
Eked it out. That's why I picked the Bears, because I knew they were dangerous.
Right.
And you just slithered your way out of there, boy.
Yep. The next game was the Bengals and the Panthers. We both picked the Panthers. I mean, the Bears. I'm sorry, the Bengals. Mm-hmm. We both picked the Bengals, but we did not expect Joe Mixon to score 5 touchdowns yesterday.
He killed me in my fantasy.
He dominated the entire game.
It was 28-0, like first quarter, second quarter. It was already 28-0.
I mean, for this guy to run 22 carries, 153 yards, 4 touchdowns. All right, it was 4 touchdowns. I thought it was 5.
He did. He caught one.
Right. Oh, that's right.
Well, that's why.
Right. That's right. He caught one. Yep. So it was.
He did 2 weeks worth of work there.
Yeah. So that was an ass whipping of an ass whippings. Good job for the Bengals. Obviously beating the teams you're supposed to beat.
Yes.
Next up, we got the Lions facing the Packers at Detroit.
I agree, man.
An unbelievable win by the Detroit Lions, stuffing what's left of the Green Bay offense because
they're in trouble, man.
They're in trouble.
Listen, shame on the front office. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know people are looking at Aaron.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. You know, he does nothing to work with. And then the other guy went down. Whatever his name is.
Lazard.
No, not Lazard. The other one. Doubt, something like that. Whatever his freaking name is.
Lazard. I thought Lazard was.
No, Lazard didn't even play. He was over there kicking the soccer ball for warm-ups.
Right.
And the guy that was supposed to step up for him, he went down.
Degara.
Yeah, it's just nobody there, man. It's just nobody there.
I mean, kudos to him. He threw it to about, let me see, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. He threw it to about 12 different receivers.
Yeah,
man.
it's just,
Jesus
none of them
Christ.
are game breakers. None of them are going to stretch the field. It's just, and they can't run the ball either.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like, where's the running game at, man? Like, if you can't pass the ball, at least commit to the run.
No.
You know, that would at least set up the passing plays.
And they were down 8-0 for a while.
Yep.
And
they couldn't do anything. So Rodgers went 23 of 43 for 291, a touchdown and 3 interceptions. And two of those interceptions were right in the red zone. So it was just an ugly game and an even bigger indictment on Aaron Rodgers and whether or not he's still the same type of quarterback. Because in reality, come on, man. All right, you want to say you got no receivers. Okay, God, fine, I get it.
Right.
But you still got to throw the ball. You still got to get it to him. You know, they may not be the best, Devontae Adams type of player. But they're still supposed to catch the ball. You're supposed to deliver the ball to them.
There was some communication problems too, man. So there's a lot of underlining shit.
It's just terrible. And then the Green Bay media asking Aaron Rodgers, which I thought was completely inappropriate. Do you now, in hindsight, take back coming back from retirement? Because apparently he wanted to retire, but I guess Green Bay talked him into coming back for another year, whatever. And Aaron just told him, he's like, what are you talking about? That's the most stupidest question I've ever heard in my life. Like, of course, in hindsight, you're going to say, oh, I shoulda, woulda, coulda. Like, this is so stupid. Like,
well, move on. Yeah, you're such a cocksucker.
Idiots, man.
Get used to losing, guys, especially when he leaves.
Yep.
You'll be in the bottom of the barrel.
Exactly. So the next game, the Colts at the Patriots. This one got Coach Frank Reich fired. 26-23. The Patriots lambasted the Colts.
What happened to the Colts?
It was just terrible. Ellinger, who's the new rookie, 15-29, 103 with no touchdowns and a pick. They tried to run the ball. They couldn't. I mean, they just couldn't anyway. The Patriot defense is what carries them, because in all actuality,
the defensive line, Judon and
Mac Jones, your seat is getting very hot. Let me tell you this.
He managed the game again.
He went 20 of 30 for 147 and one touchdown. Yeah. It was complete defensive shutdown by the Patriots.
He didn't have to do much.
Right.
They're not asking him to do anything.
But Mr. Zappi has put up way better numbers than him in the little bits of spurts that he had. So, Mac Jones, you better be careful, man. You better be very, very careful.
Well, they drafted him, so they're stuck with him.
Yep.
So
that goes that.
We'll see in 2 weeks.
The Vikings at the Commanders. This was a very interesting game.
Struggling game, too.
Because the Vikings struggled at the beginning. The Commanders gave them a really good game. And the Vikings eked out a win against a very hungry-looking Commanders team. And they played very well.
I like their uniforms, too, by the way.
Yes. Nice. Great job by the marketing department over there at the designers and the people in charge of the branding of that team. That new look looks really, really good. I actually like it like a billion times better than what it was when they were the Washington Redskins. Yeah. It looks good. Really, really good. Very sleek. Like the colors. Love the combinations. Very good. Yeah. But the Vikings won this one, and then Mr. Kirk Cousins was on a plane ride back home with no shirt on.
Did you see that? Oh,
yeah. I mean, he's really.
I was like,
he's
is
really
that Vanilla Ice?
Right. He's really trying to fit in with his team.
He's feeling himself real good now. Yeah, 8-1, 7-1 now?
8-1 now. 8-1. So he went 22 of 40 for 265, 2 touchdowns, an interception. Dalvin Cook had a very pedestrian day, 17 carries, 47 yards. Jefferson still is doing what Jefferson does best. Yeah. 7 catches, 115, and a touchdown. This guy's unstoppable.
That's normal.
He's the one receiver besides Tyreek Hill that's getting 100 yards every single game.
Yeah. See, his was more normal, 7, 115.
Right.
Not 7, 143, 150.
Right. Well, I mean,
what are you doing?
It's cheetah. I mean,
with no bombs. Come on, stop it.
This guy's running away from
Sorry, I'm bringing the Tua shit again.
Yeah.
The Dolphins just.
The next game, the Raiders at the Jaguars. I thought the Raiders were going to come and do something here and try to redeem the rest of their very lackluster season. And no one seems to want to talk about the fact that Josh McDaniels is a complete and utter failure. I've told you from the beginning that Josh McDaniels is a terrible coach. He has terrible chemistry with his players, with his coaches, and the Raiders are paying for it dearly.
Yep.
And it makes me just feel so warm and fuzzy inside to know
anything that has to do with the fucking Belichick tree. They could burn in hell.
They could burn in hell.
Love it.
The Jaguars came back, or rather sneaked out this win, 27-20.
They needed that too. They lost a lot of close games, Jackson.
Right,
a lot of close games.
Right, and then there was the games with Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is now looked at, second year. How's he doing? Is he progressing? So now people are looking at Trevor Lawrence like, all right, you're playing in Jacksonville, but we're talking more about Zach Wilson and the other quarterbacks that came out this league, and we're not talking about you. So he's kind of flying under the radar
as usual. So
now you're starting to look at Trevor Lawrence and be like, all right, dude, what are you actually doing? So
He's got
he
a good
played
squad around him too.
right. So he played a very good game, 25-31. I mean, that's
Nice.
That's a very good game.
Yep.
235 and a touchdown.
Yeah.
You know, they ran the ball very good with ETN. So
ETN is starting really
right. So
catch gears here.
That's even more important is the fact that the running game
run the ball.
is running. You know,
Run the ball.
running effectively.
Play defense.
Right. So Trevor Lawrence, hats off on a bounce back win or a bounce back week rather, because you played terribly the week before. You know. So good job on that. Derek Carr, man. What can I say about Derek Carr, man?
Nothing.
21 of
Absolutely
36, 259, 2 touchdowns. Devontae Adams had a game for the
Good
ages.
game, too.
10 catches, 146, 2 touchdowns. But it was all in the first half. It's like they took their foot off the pedal and said, you know what? We got this game. We're going to coast through it. And Jacksonville came right back. So, Raiders, you
Goodbye.
are in trouble. You're 2 of 6. You're two
Don't even worry
and
about
6.
him. Yeah, bury him.
Yep,
Who cares?
you're done. Your season is over.
Get the shovel.
Yep,
And stick him down.
your season is over. So you got a lot of fixing to do, man, because Derek Carr could be out this year.
Yep.
And then who's your quarterback?
Yep.
All right, next game, the Seahawks at the Cardinals. I'm so mad that I picked the Seahawks. I mean, I picked the Cardinals because they were at home, but the Seahawks, man, they keep winning.
Gino.
They keep winning.
Look at you, Gino. Showing the world.
Unbelievable. On the road, Geno Smith, 26 of 34, 275, 2 touchdowns and a pick. They ran the ball again down their throats. Walker, the third, 26 for 109, 2 touchdowns. So they ran the ball effectively. They distributed the ball in the air effectively.
Yes.
So
I
cannot believe this is Geno Smith.
Yep.
That's the part that got me.
Like I said.
And I think it's everyone in the league. To be honest, nobody looked at Geno Smith like, yeah, you're going to have this career year.
Nope. They wrote him off.
Right.
And he ain't right back.
Yeah. Kyler Murray had a very kind of game. 25 of 35, 175, 2 touchdowns. They tried to run the ball pretty good with obviously Kyler Murray trying to take the charge. He went 8 carries for 60 yards.
A lot of running.
So, and, you know, he threw the ball effectively, but, you know, these
defense.
This is
Defensive
not gonna,
issues.
This is not going to get you over the hump, man. So this is going to be a recurring issue with the Cardinals, and unfortunately, it's not going to go anywhere. And if you notice, Kyler Murray's body language, he's yelling and screaming at the coach. He was caught yesterday yelling and screaming at DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, man.
So there's a lot of issues
Yep.
with Kyler Murray as the leader of this team.
Yep.
So if you're having issues with DeAndre Hopkins, I mean, wow.
Well, again, they're learning their own language too. With you got to get open here. This is where I expect you to be. This
Right.
Again, communication.
Right.
So they're still learning each other.
Right.
So
the next game, the Rams at the Bucks. This one pissed me off royally because the Rams had this game won.
Yeah, they blew
and
it.
they let enough time on the clock for Tom goddamn Brady to come down the field and score and make him look like, it's the same Tom Brady.
No,
it's not. You stink.
No,
okay?
you stink.
And you Bucks fans, cut it out. Okay? Because you barely beat the Rams, who are struggling, who happen to be the world champions and have the biggest hangover I've ever seen in my life when it comes to Super Bowl winning teams.
Well, they're gonna get a pass. I'm giving them a pass. This is a Super Bowl.
Not like this, man. Not like this. The team hasn't changed. It's the same team.
No, but they're sleepwalking. You can tell they're sleepwalking.
Yeah, but no team that wins the Super Bowl does this. They at least become part of the process of, all right, we got 9-10 wins, or we're struggling a little bit, but we're not the same. Come on, this is terrible. This is terrible. Terrible look on the Rams.
And then
you let that 45-year-old fossil beat you.
Yep.
Oh my God. Anyways, the next game, the Titans at the Chiefs.
Oh God.
This one I thought the Titans had. They were playing really good defense. And again, they did the same thing that the Rams did.
The Mahomes magic.
The Mahomes magic left enough time on the clock for Mahomes to come back and win this game. And then their defense, the Chiefs defense, came through in overtime. And that's what helped them, propel them to get this win. So I'm just like, golly, can I get one? Can I get one? One loss to one of these random teams. Now I got to face them. They're all hyped.
Chris, the Chiefs are the number one team in the AFC. Probably one beats a Buffalo.
No, they're 1A. They're 1A. They're 1A.
Better than Buffalo.
They're better than Buffalo.
Yeah.
They're better than
That's what
Buffalo.
I'm saying. You know, they that to me that's 1 and 2 or 1A, 1B, whatever.
Right.
Those are the two, and as long as Mahomes is still there,
Right.
there's nothing we can do about it.
All right. And the final game, because obviously we got to leave that to you.
Yeah.
The Buffalo Bills
Yeah.
of Buffalo, New York,
Yep.
against the New York Jets.
Yes. Of New York.
Of New York. Who they like to troll and say you guys are from Jersey.
Oh, yeah. Stop it.
But let me just tell you, that place was a rocking. There was screaming everywhere.
Yes.
You couldn't have asked for a better home crowd as
Very
the
happy.
Jet defense.
A lot of Bills fans there, too, but
yes.
we drowned them out.
They took over. They took over for a little bit because, especially that first play of the game with Mr. Stephon Diggs, deep pass for 42 yards.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, it was all... It was just amazing to see that young core of defensive players and the offense clicking. The offense was really clicking. It was a really good game, in my eyes, to Zach Wilson. He made the throws that you needed to make. Found the open receiver when you needed to find him. And the Bills defense is supposed to be, this vaunt defense and whatever.
Number 1 in the league. They're number 1 in the league.
Right.
Statistical categories, whatever you want to call it. And I don't care that Milano was playing.
Right.
Go screw yourself because we had the last 3 years of a whole bunch of starters going out in our team. So I don't care.
So the Bills played a very good game, as they normally do. However, they got flustered very, very quickly.
Well, that's what pressure does to you.
Yep. They bust pipes.
What pressure does to you.
So you got Josh Allen, who went 18 of 34 for 205, no touchdowns but 2 picks.
Yeah.
Okay.
He ran for 2.
Right.
So
He ran for 2.
That's where he got lucky. Again,
Right.
God forbid we hit him and we get another, penalty of roughing the passer or the runner in this case.
Right.
You know what? You want to run for 2, go ahead.
Right.
But this is should I be here just going crazy, Chris? My energy is so wiped out from yesterday.
Yes.
I don't know if I can muster enough energy right now.
Right.
We got the bye week coming up, which is good.
It was a good statement win.
What a good statement win. And what makes me calm is that this draft class looks amazing. Every last one of them, from Jermaine Johnson, Sauce Gardner, Michael Carter, the other Michael Carter on defense, a couple of the free agents guys that we picked up, DJ Reed and LaMarcus Joyner.
Yep.
And Whitehead. We got these bunch of nobody slums at guard and right tackle.
Yep.
Because we
Garrett
lost
Wilson.
we lost 3/5 of our offensive line.
Yep.
Garrett Wilson. Elijah Moore is not even in the mix right now because for some odd reason he's pissed off with the coaching. That's all right.
Right.
Denzel Mims.
He came
another
through.
one who came through.
He had a couple of drops.
Big time catch. He
caught the one that needed to get him.
Yes.
So I'll give him. I'll lay off of him for a little bit.
For everybody again that's going to look at Zach's numbers. Oh well, he was all right. 72% completion percentage, and just threw for 154, 1 touchdown, and well, that's where I want him to be.
Right.
That's where I want him to be because
it's his
for you
second
guys,
year for crying out loud.
you guys who love the stats, well, last week he threw for 355, 2 touchdown passes, and
you lost the game.
3 picks.
Yep.
That's what happened. Mm-hmm. So what were you going to say about that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Zach had a decent game, but but everybody talks about the turnovers and how he was just flinging around and getting picked off. Okay, it was awful, bad choice. I get it, but don't fall in love with the numbers.
Right.
This is how I want the team ran.
Yeah.
I want full running game, and now the Jets have an absolute top 5 defense now.
Right.
100%.
Absolutely.
This defense cannot complain any playoff game, and they will get us over the hump.
Yep.
The job of the offense is run the football, control the clock.
Right.
And that's the formula until Zach can one day wake up and maybe we're going to say, hey, save us, Zach. No.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Those days of the quarterbacks, I'm done.
Yeah, and this is his 18th game.
Yeah.
That's what people seem to forget. This is his 18th game.
Yeah.
And for those that love the stats, pull up Josh Allen's 18 games, and they're
basically identical
to Zach Wilson's.
Yep, basically identical.
Identical.
And then
everyone was writing off Josh Allen in his second year.
riding the bus and blah, blah, blah. Same thing, too, with you Dolphin fans when Tua was sucking dick all day long on his year 2.
Right.
Couldn't do this. Then he got hurt. They had to sit him out. They brought in fucking the left-hander, right-hander, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Right.
Because he couldn't finish out games because he didn't know what he was looking at.
Right.
And all you Dolphin fans were all going nuts. And now that he mastered the little dick and dunk shit and the smoky mirrors, you guys, oh, well, you look at him, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
He's really grown. Okay.
Right.
Well, it's his 3rd year.
Right.
And, the coach found out what he likes to do. You got good separation. You got 2 all-star guys. I credit more the GM, if anything, getting them those two wide receivers, Waddle and Tariq.
Yeah. No, the Dolphins had a good draft.
So
there.
the Dolphins, on that aspect, is they're helping out more Tua than anything. But anyway, there's neither here nor there. This is what I love. We're 6-3.
Yep.
Top 5 defense.
Yep.
We'll go into the bye.
Now you get some rest.
We're going to get some rest, lick your wounds, and get ready to pull down the Patriots' pants. And you know what we're going to do.
Yep.
That's going to be a revenge game because we should have won the first meeting.
Yeah.
And now we got everything sorted out. We got 2 weeks to prepare for these guys.
Right.
And I can't wait.
Right.
This was an absolute terrific coaching job by Robert Saleh.
Yes.
They did everything well.
And a great offensive scheme by Mike LaFleur.
Mike LaFleur, who finally figured it out. You know what? I need to run the football more. That last drive.
The running game was really good.
Chris, that ball started at the 4-yard line, that drive.
And they
drive.
ran it down the throats.
They ran it like 8-9 straight times.
Here's my question, or here's my observation. Can you imagine if Breece Hall was playing?
Oh, my God.
That's my thing. Because I like Michael Carter. But it's obvious that Breece Hall is that guy.
Yeah, he's that guy. Yeah. And Robinson did good for us. James Robinson, we picked up on the trade for Jacksonville.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Jacksonville. We appreciate the love there. So, you know what? If you can give me those combinations, one gets 12 carries, the other one gets 15. That's 30 carries and change.
Right.
Even Zach Wilson got into the mix.
Yeah.
5 carries, 25 yards.
Yep.
Got 2 crucial first downs. I love it.
Garrett Wilson is that guy.
And Garrett Wilson now is starting to really
he has separated himself
from the cohesiveness he's got with Zach, and he had it with Joe Flacco when he was playing.
Right.
So both quarterbacks seem to like to go to Garrett Wilson because why? He creates separation.
Yeah.
He gets open.
So Elijah, you got a lot of work to do, man.
Yeah.
I know you're pissed off. You're not getting a burn.
We got to use him right, too.
You have to.
We got to use him right, too. We have him lost on the outside instead of putting him more in the slot.
Man. He's tiny, man. So he's got to find a way to make himself open. Get himself into some space. Try to break down a zone defense or dare I say, go man-to-man with your nickel guy and just create that option. However, Zach Wilson has to also be able to do his progressions. And that's going to come with time. And I feel like Elijah Moore's not there yet. He's not understanding what's happening with Zach Wilson. Yeah. He's not a seasoned veteran the way Flacco is. Flacco's going to read his progressions. Flacco's going to go and say, this guy's not open, that guy's not open, I'm going to go over here. So you got a guy who's learning on the job, and that's why you don't got the catches that you have. But if you stick around and you look around that locker room and you see what's happening, you should shut your fucking mouth. That's what you should do.
And he is. He's done. He's being a good soldier now. So shut your mouth.
But that's now. But eventually, I know he's gonna start chirping again.
He'll be all right. I think they're giving him a big powwow, a little spanking in the butt.
Right.
So I think he learned his lesson.
No one's bigger than the team, and and this is the one time I believe that wholeheartedly. No one's bigger than the team.
I love this team, bro.
This team is playing very well.
They're young. They're hungry.
Yep.
They don't know what they're doing. They're just running around with their heads on fire.
Did you hear Beningo today?
I did hear Beningo today. He's like ready to cry.
Now he's in a love fest now. This is the best. This is the best team I've seen in a long time.
The coaching staff, I gotta give him credit. You hated Saleh.
Robert Saleh. And forget about it. This guy. I was like, now you turn around. Now you're turning around. Now all of a sudden, Mr. Negative Nancy.
Yeah.
I can't listen to him for too long. He's hilarious, but I can't listen to his negativity about the Jets.
He's more better in the losses than in the wins.
Yes.
Because he'll go right back to what he knows best.
Because he was the first one going down Robert Saleh's throat about the whole receipts thing and about the clock management thing last year and whether or not he was the right selection for this team.
You know who else apologized to? On air, Keyshawn Johnson.
Yes, I heard.
My apologies, Robert Saleh.
Yeah,
I miscalculated or analyzed.
Yeah,
the Jets.
Yes.
You
yes,
know,
and a lot of people have. A lot of people have. You know who else is? Well, he's always been on the bandwagon, but his teeth are seething right now. Bart Scott. Bart Scott. I don't know what the Jets did to him, but this guy played for the Jets for how many years was it? 4 or 5?
Yeah, 5 years.
He played for
loves
5
the
years.
Jets.
He loves the Jets.
He loves the Jets. But he's hard on Wilson.
Yes,
because he was more on the Sam train too. He was more. Sam is good enough to do what needs to be done.
Right.
But he understood it and wanted to reset the whole thing too. But again, if you're going to just get Zach Wilson, he better be the man.
Right. He has to be that person.
He's not. So Bart's a little frustrated with that, but he is more of that school of run the football, shut your mouth, manage the game, and stay out of the way.
Right.
You know,
like I think Zach Wilson will eventually get there. I don't think it's going to be this year. I think you guys are going to have obviously you're at 6-3.
They're going to protect him.
Yeah, they're going to protect him. They're going to unleash him probably next year because he's slow with it. Because again, he came from a nobody school.
Man,
what's BYU?
What
is BYU? Come on.
You know what I want him to be? To be honest with you, a much better version of Jimmy Garoppolo. He's accurate. He has moxie.
Big arm.
Big. Well, he's a way better arm than Garoppolo for sure.
Yeah.
But the grit and knows how to win. Garoppolo's winning percentage is ridiculous.
Right.
When he's on the field, they win.
Right.
And that's all I care about right now. Zach's on the field this year. What's Zach's record right now?
Yeah.
5-1.
5-1. Yeah.
5-1. I want wins.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
It doesn't matter how you get them.
I don't care about 350 yards and 5 touchdown passes. So I don't care.
Yep.
Get me the freaking win.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's it. Right now, I'm
said.
so chill right now.
You're zen?
You're
zen right now?
Is this what it feels like?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is not like me, Chris. I'm normally screaming.
9 weeks into the season.
I'm usually throwing things at the camera.
Right.
I'm cussing out everybody in my chat rooms.
Yep.
I'm not going to do that today.
No, you shouldn't have to.
I feel zen. I should do a little
Yeah, right?
Puff the Magic Dragon.
Yep.
That's how zen I feel today.
Oh, my God.
And I want to thank all of you guys for the support and the hate. And everybody who's been disappointed, especially yesterday, you know who you are.
Right.
You know who you are.
Yep.
All the guys who are disappointed, I've spoken to you one by one. They all wanted to leave the chat, Chris. One by one.
Let them. That's why I'm not in there no more.
They all drove.
That's why I'm not in there.
One guy put a meme on the car. I'm out of here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tries out. Go ahead.
One by one.
Go on out of there, mister.
One by one.
Go on out of there. The other one put up, my battery's going to die now. Oh, your battery's going to die now.
Yep.
Yeah. Just remember.
Oh.
I'm watching.
Yep.
Yeah. Alberto Ureña.
Yep. That next loss, did you guys get? Oh, they're going to be talking all that shit.
Oh, yeah. I expect it. You know what he tells me? No credit.
Oh, man. Hater number one right there.
That freaking guy, man.
No credit.
I'm going to get him. Don't worry about it. I'm going to get him.
Yep.
I will hunt you down like the dog you are.
Yep. That's fine.
And you're going to say
That's
it to
fine.
me. Because I want gratification. I want all of it.
Yep.
And you're going to give it to me, sir.
Yep.
Every last one of you.
Yep.
Pay your receipts to me.
Yep.
Don't worry about it. Take us away,
It's a
Chris.
damn shame. It's a damn shame.
I feel good. This is our first show back in a week.
Yep. Absolutely. It's great to be back.
Yep. We'll get ready for the middle of the week to give you some of our predictions and more other stuff. We got NBA news.
Absolutely.
We got to talk about Kyrie and his nonsense, but
oh yeah.
we got to talk Brooklyn Nets.
We're gonna talk a lot about that.
Yeah, we'll throw that one in there.
You and me.
Yeah, we'll do what? Wednesday, a little Wednesday show?
Yeah,
all right.
we might, yeah.
Well, right now,
we
Chris,
might do it tomorrow.
Yeah, no, who knows?
Thank you for reminding me.
Whatever you want.
You're such a great co-host that you brought that up. You're so lucky we can't talk about this because today is about Reaction Monday.
Yes.
It's not about that dummy, Kyrie Irving.
And I feel zen.
Zen. Absolutely.
That's all I can say.
All right, guys. Well, there you have it. We're going to wrap this up. Again, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button, that notification button as well. You can also find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Iheart Radio.
Mm-hmm.
And we love y'all. Thank you again for being a part of the JD CeeLo podcast experience. And we're going to make this a tradition now. Give you guys a little...
That's the Zen feeling right there, guys.
Absolutely. And we're going to go... Hey, 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 hey.
We're feeling Zen. My Jets.
It's a release, ladies and gentlemen. It's a release.
This is what Glee feels like.
The Glee Club. The Glee Club.
Glee Club.
Absolutely.
Pure joy.
Yep. Absolutely.
Los
Guys,
quiero muchos.
It's the JD CeeLo podcast, and we are out.
Dale ahí, coño.